Let's march on. No, maybe I should have taken that guy, right? But here we go. Let's see what we have for the re-sign phase. Malkin and Tanev's contracts are up. I still don't know what I'm going to do. Common sense versus memes. It's such a tough decision. Paulie, those were 7th round picks that we just made. So in terms of the Golars, we'll let go of Hamerla and DiPietro again. Leclerc, I mean, could be signed for the AHL. So could Sorelli. Ralston cannot be. Shits and giggles, yeah, let's just sign these guys. Well, actually, we'll wait until free agency's up. Defensively, Nazco, we're going to let go of you. We'll qualify Villeneuve. I am close to giving up on Villeneuve. Celebrini is in the game. He is in the game at launch. So was Michkov, Lane Hudson. They are in the game. Make sure you're using their updated rosters. It's dated September 25th at this point. And by the time people see this on YouTube, at freaking end of October, hopefully there'll be another update. What do you think of Clefbaum? I don't think this guy is going to make it, but I'm still giving him a chance as a low 4 to know if I'm going to bother with low 4s at all this year. We can keep Clefbaum. We can keep Terrell. We're going to let go of Pentakainen because he's trash. And we're not going to sign anybody yet. Right wing side. Shields needs a qualifying offer. We'll qualify Poirier again to keep him for cheap. Fluginch, we'll keep the Latvian. And then Lees, we might end up signing, but not yet. Left wing side. We can keep Galyanov around. We can keep Kaspar around. Petterstrom we won't sign. He's trash at a low 9. And then for the centers, we will qualify Jackson. We're going to sign Jorgensen to his ELC because that way we can do his off-season training. Honestly, Marjamaki too. He can play in the AHL next year. Okay. So let's go back over to the goalies. Mr. Ravensbergen, I do not know if you are going to be our starter next year. I kind of hope not because Jesus Christ. There's a lot you need to work on, buddy. There is a lot. Let's have you work on your athleticism. Try to get that extra speed and agility up there. And we'll see what he can become. Hadobin still needs to work on quite a bit. God, his puck control category is atrocious. So we'll have him focus on that for now. There's a lot. If he were ever to be an NHL caliber goalie, he needs to work on a lot. I said before we were going to wait. Yikes. And we probably should, because this guy's just never going to make it. None of these guys are ever going to make it. So no point in signing them to off-season train. They're just not going to make it. It's fine. Technically, it could give us a little bit more value for them at higher overall, though. But the off-season training doesn't kick in until at the end of the preseason. So, yeah, we'll hold off. Defensively, Zach Werenski falls from a 90 to an 89 at 33 years old. He's starting to decline. He's got 2 years left. So he's obviously still useful for us, but we are going to have to start thinking about life after Zach Werenski. And I think, again, best thing to do for veterans, get them to work on their skating in the off-season because it is the first thing that goes. So he had his best season statistically with us, at least from a point production standpoint. Nemec, we elected to keep. Could improve his skating, but man, you have Thunderclap, you need to shoot the puck more. That is what you need to focus on this offseason. Shoot the puck more. Utilize that shot. You have Thunderclap. Use it. Kimmo Kauppinen. Adaptability for him. He needs to take a step up and be a two-way. He's not a stay-at-home defenseman entirely. Yeah, we need to improve his adaptability. He needs to be willing to be a two-way. Goudreau, Daniel Goudreau. Two-way is fine. His passing is great. The offensive awareness could use a boost. The shooting accuracy. Let's do offensive awareness. Let's do offensive awareness for Goodrow. Let's see. Awareness. And he gets discipline for it, too. So that's not bad. Villeneuve. We'll re-sign you for now just so we can talk. 3-year deal. He'd still be an RFA at the end of it. 1.425 is not bad for a third pair. He's not immediately going to take the deal, though. Clefbaum, let's talk. Since we're going to keep you. Just get you signed. This offseason, we need you. Work on everything. Maybe shot blocking and checking. He's a long shot, man. It's still looking like low fours aren't going to be worth. And I imagine that it's the same for low six forwards. They're just not going to develop fast enough for it to be a worthwhile potential. Jerry Terrell will keep you around too. 1 more year. He's going to wait. Roloff. Very unlikely you ever make it. You can't skate worth a damn. Oh, man. You are just not an NHLer, buddy, but let's keep trying. You're under contract, so we might as well keep trying. Bekoff. Be gone. Except I need bodies for the AHL, so work on your skating, buddy. Get these defenders to figure out how to fucking skate. And then Grachev. Seriously, it looks like they've neutered the low 4 potential this year. Now, a lot of these guys, like typically I'd get them to develop by playing them in the NHL, no matter how garbage they were. Like we've done that a lot in Draft to Glory style modes. It might still work then, but playing them top pair, top line in the AHL to get them to develop does not seem to be worth it. Does not seem to be worth it at all. So, fair play. Right wing side. We need you to shoot the puck more, buddy. You were more of a playmaker last year. We have, dude, look at how good his fucking defensive. Give me a second. Here's the problem I'm seeing with generated players. They're all, like the high end, they're all too well-rounded. Which on one hand is nice, because then you can kind of mold them into what you need them to be. But it kind of makes you a jack of all trades, master of none. Like this guy was drafted first overall to be a top-notch sniper. And he's shaping up better to be a two-way. You could argue it's realistic. You definitely could. But man, this guy could be a playmaker. He could be a sniper. He could be a two-way. He could be a power forward. He lacks the size for a prototypical power forward, but he's got that physicality. So it almost comes down to like, what do we need him to be? And if he's on the top line, we do still need him to be a sniper. Because Kent Johnson's a playmaker. Kent Johnson's a playmaker at center. I mean, the problem is we haven't been able to get Caden Lindstrom to actually turn into a center, which is a shame. Oh, hold on. I got to go into mod mode to see what the blacked out phrase was. Hold on. I always like when those get popped up. How do I go to mod mode straight from the streaming panel? What the hell? Put me in mod mode, damn it. Please, I want to know what he said. Why doesn't this work the way I want it to? Come on, Twitch. Why do you make this difficult? Kent's back again? Oh, he'll never leave. God damn it, Twitch. You're a pain in the ass sometimes. You're a pain in the ass. Whatever. I'm going to let it go. Okay. So with Wah, I mean, you're likely staying as a sniper, so it's like we can tell you to shoot the puck more, or we can tell you to work on adaptability in case we move you around. because his adaptability isn't great. But let's just say we're going to keep him as a sniper. Shoot the puck more, buddy. Shoot the puck more. Which is a pain in the ass. I'm shocked. It can be. Mr. Shields is actually looking for a pretty fair deal. It's not bad for a guy who's been on our second line. It's really not that bad. If he'll take it, I'm not opposed. And he'll still be an RFA at the end of it. That way we can do his off-season training. Let's offer him that deal. All right, we're going to have to wait for the answer. Schoenmakers, again, is a right wing playing on the left who isn't a sniper. So for him, it's all about adaptability. For him, it's all about adaptability. Poirier, let's get you re-signed. With that 2-year deal. There we go. Justin, what are you working on this offseason? We wanted him to be a top-notch sniper. It just hasn't quite happened. He's got the power, but the attributes just aren't going up. It's having better coaches for positions improve individual development. It can, yeah. That's where like the influence and the teaching comes in. I have actively put this team into a less than ideal spot. Vince, yes, you can move players around. You can move defense to forward as well. I mean, Justin, we're going to keep trying, buddy. We're going to keep trying. Let's work on that shooting. But these guys in the 50s with elite potential have to pan out at least sometimes. I mean, maybe they could if your coaching is top-notch. Hunter. Got to get better at skating, buddy. I mean, you can't shoot the puck accurately. More skating for Hunter McCown. Can you change player types? Yes. It's not a guarantee to go through. It's a circumstantial, situational thing. But yes, you can get players to change positions, player types, all that fun stuff. Nick Crooks. Let's go skating for you. Let's go skating for you. A couple of different ways we could go about that, but let's go with the skating. Flugensch, our Latvian. Give him a contract extension because Latvia. Can you control 2 teams? No. You still can't control more than 1 team, unfortunately. Veet. He's got that hard shot. I mean, there's no way he's ever going to be a top-notch sniper, which is why we changed him to a 2-way, but he's never going to be good at that either. He's never going to be good there either. Vince, correct, yeah. Let's go adaptability for the Veet. The vet. And then that's it there. Left wing side. Caden Lindstrom. Still can't have him work on his face-offs. He has 99 offensive awareness, 96 defensive awareness. He is a beast. Dude, he's only 25 as well. He just will not switch to center so I can train him up at face-offs. I hate it. I hate it so much. If you would just become a center, his adaptability is almost mad. More adaptability, Caden. Please be willing to be a center. You'd be perfect. You'd be the modern-day Bergeron. Christian Gunderson. Shoot the puck more, buddy. Shoot the puck more. You're young enough. We will keep trying to frickin' square peg, round hole this bullshit. Please actually shoot the puck. You have such a great shot. Use it. Xavier McLeod needs to figure out how to skate. He's a good grinder. In terms of the physicality, he needs to figure out how to skate. Please figure out how to skate. I am begging you. All-Stars and Skills comp back in franchise. It was never actually in franchise for this game. It was a 2K feature. EA's never had it. They've had like kind of setup, but they never had the full setup, which is very disappointing. She needs to figure out how to skate. Unfortunately, that's everybody. So, all right, Ivan Galyanov Training you up as a playmaker, which is still decent. He needs offensive awareness. I mean, again, his shot power is good. The accuracy's not. He needs offensive awareness. Square peg round hole, the best tight end ever. That he was. All right, offensive awareness. Oh, goodness. Goodness. McLeod, we looked at. Kaspar, let's bring you back for a little bit. He was also training up as a grinder. Needs to figure out how to fucking skate. Oh, boy. Let's try again. Lethal, what's going on? Saw the NHL Creators on Ice competition. Did he hit 100 miles an hour? I did not. Obviously, there were two... There's some classism that goes on. There's the very Instagram, TikTok heavy influencers that focus on actual hockey gameplay. And then there were losers like myself, Deke, Tactics, that do the gameplay stuff. So there were two different groups. But, you know, it's fine. I didn't want to embarrass anybody by stepping onto the ice and bringing the heat, you know? Franklin DeMaio as a playmaker. Oh, my God. Again, this guy cannot skate. Look at that. He's got 1 star skating. 1 star. What are we doing here? Learn how to skate. Jesus. And then Bear Pogie. Learn how to skate. Please. My God. Learn how to skate. Please. And Darby, we're not signing. We do have Young that we got to worry about. Elliot, learn how to skate. No meeting available. Wish me luck at my sports bets tomorrow. No, I won't. I will never wish anyone luck with their gambling. How dare you? Yeah, do what you want to do. Kent Johnson is back in Columbus again. Still as a playmaker, even though he's got a really good shot. His face-offs are better, too. Kent, let's work on let's work on that passing, buddy. Pass the puck more. Give the puck to Tucker. Christopher Cross, a.k.a. Caleb Cross. We're training him up as a power forward. I don't know if he's going to stay as a power forward. So let's double-check his adaptability. And if not, needing an improvement there. He needs an improvement there. Again, there's so many of these younger guys where it's like on any given year, I might need them to be more of a playmaker, you know? Jackson wants a 2-year deal. He'd still be an RFA at the end of it. Or we can go for the 4-year deal. Let's see, 2.5 or 4 years. All right, Joel Jackson is back. Joel, you are currently a playmaker. But again, you're super fucking well-rounded. We might need you to be something else. What's your adaptability look like? Let's get that up there. Do we know if adaptability affects the line chem? We don't, but it might, to be honest. That's a fair thing to keep an eye on. Jesper Jorgensen, the 5th overall pick. Again, I don't know if you're staying as a playmaker, buddy. That well-rounded. We might have to have you work on your adaptability as well. It's already maxed out, actually, so let's have him work on his face-off since he is currently a center. There you go, Jesper. Gonchar. Pavel Gonchar. This is turning into a decent 2-way. He needs to work on his passing. His defense still needs to improve as well. He's got a lot to work on, but especially the passing. The skills training for the son of Sergei. I would like to think Sergei Gonchar's kids would be better at hockey than that guy. Samu Engren. You do not have a hope in hell of making the NHL, buddy. I will tell you that right now. Please learn how to skate so that you can play the sport of ice hockey. Juha Marjamaki, playmaker? Super well-rounded. I don't know if that's where he's going to stay. Adaptability, Juha. There you go. Honestly, the adaptability might be more for the coaches as opposed to being able to change player types. It might be both. And then Conco. Dominic Conco. You're getting cut immediately, so whatever. All right, let's advance a day. Shields has accepted. Let's see. We got Shields back. We got Terrell. Flugensch. Villeneuve is back. And is that it for the RFAs? Yes, it is. Cool. All right, so those are the final few things to set up then. Let's go to Shields first. So Shields, we've been training you up as a playmaker, which is fair, but also, I mean, again, let's double check adaptability. He can skate, which is nice. Let's double check that adaptability. It is maxed out. Okay. Let's have him pass the puck more, because, I mean, in case we keep him as a playmaker, right? He'll be set up that way. Defensively, we have Jerry Terrell. Puck skills, probably. Does changing player types change their production? That's what I'm experimenting around with. It will give you attribute boost towards that playstyle as well, which is pretty nice. Skills training. Trying to withhold buying this game for a little while. I mean, from a franchise perspective, it is still probably worth waiting until the good custom rosters are out, whether it be from Vasi or somebody else. But, man, with custom rosters, it's going to be looking pretty good. Villeneuve, we need that shot accuracy up there, man. We need that shot accuracy up there. He's got a cannon of a shot. Tries in PS5, no Vasi rosters. I do have the game on PS5 as well. I'm going to have to double check and keep an eye out on custom rosters on that side. If there's a good custom roster on that side that somebody does, like a flashback roster or something, I got no problem playing on PlayStation. So I'm going to be willing to keep an eye out. Flugensch. Let's go adaptability or puck skills, because, yeah, you're a mess. Let's see. Yeah. Nighthawk, I have no idea what the hell that is. But how are you? I am doing well. Dust off the PS5 for the first time in 5 months. When was the last time I was on my PS5? I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But all right, so that is it for the re-sign phase. Let's head to free agency, which hasn't often been a big thing for us. Although we are going to look at the coaching staff first, like we normally do. I have a decision to make. Fuck. It's a night art festival in Toronto. Well, there you go. I'm very uncultured. I'm very uncultured. God, I really want to use these coaches, but man, like Ben hasn't gone up in rating for a while. Again, I am putting the team into a bit of trouble from doing it this way instead of just going after the A+. Oh, Horvat, Tanev, and Malkin are all out there. Interesting. You know what? Let's take a look here really quickly. Yeah, see, like most of them are like C's and shit like that. The teaching for Crosby is good. He's not good at anything else, though. It is an active hindrance. I'm aware. I'm aware. But I'm all for the hindrance. I'm all for it. So what we'll do... Let me take a look here. One more time at the grades for Horvat, Tanev, and Malkin. So Horvat could be a power play specialist. That's about it. Tanev on the power play or PK. Malkin's actually a little bit better at the PK, which is funny. Okay, just that way I know how they're going to compare to who we already have. So Crosby is just a passenger, no matter what, right? Like, that's Crosby's role as a coach. It's passenger. He is terrible. Doughty could be a decent power play option or PK. Wheeler or Ben. Clearly, Jamie Ben's got to be the head coach. Clearly. And then Blake Wheeler, to be honest, is probably the AHL head coach because of how well-rounded he is. And then Kopitar isn't too bad. Okay, so I think... Now, Wheeler's a more offensive coach, but again, it's the influence and the teaching that Ben provides over Wheeler. So if we go... Probably Jamie Benn is the head coach. Let's see. Let me double check the 3 free agents that are out there. All right, so Tanev isn't too bad. Horvat is okay, and then Malkin. Okay. All right, I think I know what we're gonna do. I think. Okay. So we have Jamie Benn as the head coach. Doughty is not that bad. Scotty's feeling it, man. He's feeling it. Let's see. Kopitar. All right. I'm gonna stick with this, even if it is actively detrimental to the team. I want to have fun. Damn it. So the top power play option, funny enough, is Chris Tanev. Funny enough. Somehow he is the best power play and like PK option. I don't know how that works. It's like Ben, Tanev, Doughty. Looks like the top. And then we have Wheeler. Okay, I think I know what we're going to do. I think I know. All right. We got to figure it out. This is going to be kind of funny in the way that it looks, and again, it's actively hurting our team because I'm not just going for the highest rated scouts, but again, we like to have fun. So our NHL head coach this upcoming season is the best coach of the bunch. It's going to be Jamie Benn. The assistant is Drew Doughty, and the goalie coach is Sidney Crosby. AHL head coach is Blake Wheeler. Kopitar is the assistant, which means Bo Horvat is going to get offered AHL associate. We'll max out that offer because he's good for the power play. Our associate coach, hopefully running the power play at the NHL level, is going to be Chris Tanev, which is pretty funny. And then our AHL goalie coach, Evgeny Malkin. Let's go, Gino. There we go. How many scouts Ooh, okay, we're down to half. You sign power play and PK. So the general thought is that associate's more the power play coach and the assistant is more of the PK, or at least in terms of giving it a boost, although the head coach still dictates power play strategies and stuff like that. So it's unconfirmed stuff, but a general thought amongst a decent portion of the community. So I always just kind of set it up that way. What better to have people teach goalies than guys who fucked up goalies for 2 decades? Exactly. Who are you going to learn from? Dominic Hasek? Nah, he can't teach you how to be great. He just was. But Crosby could teach you how to beat great goalies. So then you know what to focus on. Free agency. This year, we have $32.9 million to spend. First and foremost, the RFAs. No goalies. Defense is just Brunecki, who's okay, but he's not going to get much better. And then forward-wise, nobody worth signing in terms of potential and overall. So for the UFAs, top goalie out there, Spencer Knight. You also got Nicholas Coco. Matt Sogard we could bring back. Are there any prospects? A medium starter in George, 25 years old. It will not be the summer of George. But Spencer Knight's out there at age 30. We could splash the cash on Spencer Knight. Has he been particularly awesome? No, but we have the money to spend, and why not give Ravensburg and his franchise improved at all? Yes. Yes, it has. Thankfully. Is it perfect? No, but it has improved. Ravensburg is still listed as a backup. He might end up being a starter by the time the season rolls over. Was it 7 years for Knight? Oof. Well, I'm not giving him that, but I could spend cap whale money to bring him in for the year. Defensively, Caden Gooley, John Marino, nobody major to go after. Could go after Jeremy Poirier, Justin's brother. What do we have for potentials? Charlie Elick, Steen Stolberg. Yeah, all those guys are 25 at this point. So, let's see. Do we have any prospects? Low Elite Ricci. I mean, low elites, again, are shots in the dark, but we'll bring that guy in. And then for these medium sixes, none of them are young enough to significantly improve. Do we have any, high nines? No. I'm not too worried about the medium nines either. There's a 68 overall at 19, low 4. I've kind of lost faith in low 4s already, if we're being honest. God, Yuri Kulik is there. I was thinking too many players have near full interest bars. That's not what I'm seeing at the moment. William Eklund. We don't really have space for you. He's been an 80-point guy in the past, though, with 30 goals. He might not be the worst. That's a lot of money to hand out, though, in 7-year deal for a 30-year-old. I think, again, we avoid splashing the cash for any big-name options, except in goal. I'm going to offer Spencer Knight, essentially a max 1-year deal. No clause. Only Santa. But I am just going to offer him so much goddamn money because we have so much goddamn cap space. Yeah, I mean, you'll accept $14 million for the year, won't you? Generational wealth, Spencer, for 1 year. Come on down. Yep, he did. He didn't even wait. So we do bring on Spencer Knight, which is nice. So him and Ravensburgen should be a decent combination in goal. And that gets us over the cap floor. Defensively, we do still have Villeneuve for the right side. We need a third pair left defenseman. We need a third pair lefty. Matthew, probably. Auto accepts her into, yeah. If you match the deal enough, it can happen. And then here we just have so many younger guys. We got to see where the hell they're going to land. So I'm not worried about much there. Yeah, if we can sign that left defenseman, we'll be in a better spot. And it can be the same thing. Just look for a big name. Doesn't really matter whose. Sign him to a 1-year deal. So Caden Gooley, Devon Taves, Shea Theodore, Poirier. We mentioned him before. He won't be happy, though, that he's third pair. Ryan O'Rourke would be okay with being third pair. He's listed as a 2. Jesus Christ, dude. His physicality is insane, and that's all he does, is just runs around and hits people. What a beauty. What a beauty. Daniel, I did actually. No, wait, I haven't seen the Swayman one. I've only watched the Pasternak Nylander one so far. You know, for someone who has the hitting and shot blocking that he does, you'd think he'd have more. Ryan O. Edmondson, right? I mean, I'm okay with just getting a guy that is just going to hit people. Outside of that, it's like Villain, Gavrikov, Steven Stolberg. I mean, he was a RFA, though, wasn't he? Yeah, he was. No, he's not. Okay, he is a UFA. Maybe we're bringing Stolberg? Or are we bringing O'Rourke? Solberg looked a little bit more well-rounded. Didn't quite have the same level of physicality. Yeah, let's just bring in Ryan O'Rourke to hit the hell out of people. We need a cap whale. 1-year deal, buddy. And we're just going to offer you a boatload of money. That way we are cap compliant. Welcome in. And yeah, I'm just going to need you to hit the hell out of everybody. And that is pretty much all we have to do. Spencer Knight, your off-season focus. Reflexes. Just get better. Like I already got some of the best reflexes. Well, get even better. And then O'Rourke. God. I mean, it'd be great if he'd switch to a DFD, if we're being honest. Gosh, I didn't mean to hit defensive. I was going to go for skating, to be honest. I was going to go for skating. It wasn't particularly great in that regard. So, Ryan, we just need you to be able to run around and hit people all the time. All the time. That's all we need. There is not too much to do here in free agency again. It's just a question now of staff members and stuff like that. Like that dude on Twitter said the Leafs need to be better than first in the league at faceoffs. I mean, it's true. You need to be even better, though. Like, you need to be first in the league, but you also need to be so far ahead of the other teams that they just don't stand a chance, you know? That's the key. That is the key. Let's see. Will Moran is in. So we'll have to set up our scouts again and stuff like that, but should be okay. And this will be interesting to see how this team shapes out. Because, again, all these younger guys, that could be so many different types of players. Like, it's just... Instead of drafting somebody to fill the role, it's like we got to draft somebody and then figure out what their role is. Because so many other players haven't kind of locked down their spots, you know? It ended up auto-signing us a couple of AHLers, which is fine. We can solve that later on. All right, so what do we look like here? In goal, it's Knight and Ravensbergen, which is really nice. One being elite and one being a backup. We'll probably do the awareness stuff for the preseason. I do need to go out and sign 2 goalies, though. Like that they can't change play style right away. It can be frustrating when some of them have high adaptability, but they don't fucking listen to you ever. But again, these guys are just going to be trade fodder. So let's just go sign 2 veterans. O'Rourke can be anything. He can even be O-boat. He can't be an O-boat. That's an instrument. Who are the veterans here? Tristan Jarry and Eric Comrie. The old man goalies. of the league at this point in time. And we'll bring them both in to help fill out the roster. Let's back over to roster moves. This menu is so much better, by the way. Jesus Christ. The UI, the menu is just so much fucking better. It's not even a conversation to be had. So Werenski, Nemec, Kapanen, Gaudreau, O'Rourke, and Villeneuve, Morelli as the extra. To be honest, that works. And then AHL, we have 5. So let's go sign 3 defensemen for the AHL. Cynical, he's insane, by the way. So good. All right, let's see. UFAs. Who are the vets to fill out the AHL roster? Sean Walker. We'll go for Vinny Desharnais. And Mark Friedman. RT Friedman. There we go. All right. So that's looking okay. Waugh, Shields, Schoenmakers. Poirier is now a depth forward. And then Hunter McCown. Galyanov and McLeod aren't quite ready for prime time yet. Ideally, Jorgensen is a depth forward. You ever thought about, just winning? Yeah, but I like the team to struggle for years and years before we actually win something. It's pretty fun. Okay. So if we look at the lines for the season, ideally it is Lindstrom, Johnson, and Waugh. Waugh has developed 1T and beauty backhand. That is good news for a sniper. Johnson is the playmaker, 2-way for Lindstrom. Sniper, power forward, playmaker. That works too. Playmaker, 2-way. Not as ideal. Especially because I've considered moving Schoenmakers to the other side. So, Amir, you are a really good player. But, man, I don't know if you fit the team at the moment. Especially, too, out of all the other medium elites, you don't have an ability. Cross is a medium elite. How much do the X Factors and stuff actually contribute? I mean, a decent amount, but it's a lot more helpful, in-game. Can Schoenmakers play center? He could. And Jorgensen outright is a center. So Jackson could actually be on the outs. And we can have Jorgensen be the playmaker. Because we don't want 3 lefties on that third line. Cross is a third liner. I mean, sniper and 2 playmakers with Jorgensen being up on that line instead could be decent. So, of course, we still have Gunderson as a sniper. Which is fine. That's still what he's best at. Or at least should be. Jorgensen building up as a playmaker. That is what he's best at right now. And then Shields has been training up as a playmaker. It's not the worst thing in the world as a sniper and 2 playmakers, Not the worst. I need Schoenmakers to be willing to switch here. Either to a sniper / power forward, or to being left-handed. Or not left-handed, but being willing to play the left side. Yeah, it makes sense to put Jorgensen on that second line and just let him go. Let him get that experience. I mean, he's playing with some good people. He can be sheltered, hopefully, by Gunderson and Shields. I don't hate it. Again, Shields, though, being a playmaker and having a defensive ability just makes you wonder. Harvey, are you willing to be more of a 2-way? Let's find out. No, he's staying as a playmaker. Okay. Jorgensen Certainly not bad as a playmaker. But are you willing to be more of a two-way? No. All right, so we're going to be stuck with the double playmaker setup then. Unless we make a change. Could technically still just run cross there for the playmaker sniper power forward. And Jorgensen, Jackson. Schoenmakers, buddy, I need you to switch to left wing or something here, please. Are you willing to switch to left wing? Shit, I hit center. Fuck. Oh, there's no way to hit back. Fuck, well, that's the worst thing that could have happened. Can I back out of this? Nope. Okay, well, he's trying to... Okay, well, fuck. Not that he couldn't be a good center, because he could be. Fuck's sake. Ugh. Fuck's sake. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Oh, I didn't break the game. I just fucking hit the wrong button. Jorgensen, we already asked about play type, yeah. In general. Shout out to Sock, 67 months on the primer.
Jeez,
what a guy.
Highly unnecessary.
What a guy.
Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball game.
Jorgensen, are you willing to switch to left wing? Can you manually edit him to fix that? I could not. So Jorgensen's willing to move to left wing, which is nice. Not that he wouldn't be a good center, but he's willing to move to left wing as a playmaker. Schoenmakers is probably getting dealt. Although we could technically move Jackson, but Schoenmakers isn't long. Well, he's trying to be a center. So we could technically move Joel Jackson. Honestly, I need a fucking right wing for that line. It can be Justin Poirier just to see if we're bad. So Schoenmakers is trying to move to center. I think Jackson's probably on the outs then. Just max him out for the value. Stick with other medium elites for now until we see who makes it, because only so many people are going to be able to make it to the top 6, but we can give Poirier a chance. I mean, he's got a hell of a shot. The accuracy's a bit, yeah. And then we'll just need to fill out the 4th line. So I'm thinking that Joel Jackson's probably on the outs, and then if any of the 2 here don't develop the way we need them to, then we'll have to figure something else out at that point. But that could work. So, Joel Jackson, we are going to move on from you, my friend, and then we got to find a way to fill out that 4th line. Yeah, it's Joel Jackson. 2nd and the 4th. Savage, Ladine, Chung. Calgary willing to give up anybody. Well, 2nd and the 4th in terms of picks is about the best we can do. And Jackson's on a pretty good deal. But it's just not going to work. We'll take the deal. We'll take the deal. That might end up being a mistake, but we'll take the deal. So McCown can be on the 4th line. Rowan, you're picking a terrible time to be like, hey, look at this thing. I'm busy, brah. Busy. Boy, the song thing is really fucked up tonight, isn't it? You got a 2-way there. You got a 2-way there. Left wing side. Galyanov's a playmaker. McLeod is a grinder. You know, what if we were to just give some of our younger players a chance? Just a chance. What's the harm in giving them a chance? Brooks is 24. Engren's 24. Zahevsky's 24. A lot of these guys are shit. Let's go best lines for the moment. I need to sign a veteran. Veteran forward. Just to be a healthy scratch. Mark Jankowski, Andreas Athanasiou, or Ajax Alafal. We'll go for Mark Jankowski. Bring him in for the year. Be our healthy scratch, buddy. If you can. The defense is fine. Gonna call Jankowski up. All right. So in theory, Lindstrom, Johnson, Waugh, Gunderson, Cross, Shields, Jorgensen, Schoenmakers, Poirier, McLeod, Gonchar, McCown. Obviously, we have some weakness in that lineup, but that's okay because I'm trying to have the emphasis be on the top players being the ones to put up points for now and not like spreading the wealth. And then we can fill out the fourth line eventually when we think the team's competitive with better players. It's not a god-awful team on paper, especially now with Spencer Knight in goal. Not god-awful. Am I going to have to sign any forwards? Because I think we signed enough defensemen. Yeah, defensemen were fine. Forwards, we have 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we need like two veteran forwards to round out the AHL. Just now you'll get 75 million injuries. Probably that happens every single year, if we're being honest. So, every single year. All right. Who are the veteran forwards? Still, we have Athanasiou. And will follow. Yeah, we can go. There's a lot of 36-year-old options. William Carrier. We'll go with William Carrier. Why not? Stanley Cup champion, William Carrier. There you go. Doctors in Columbus get a lot of work. That's one way to put it. That is one way to put it. But again, I think in terms of like the high-end talent that we have, it's not bad. Especially depending on what happens with Jorgensen and Schoenmakers. Like, we got quite a few medium elites in the mix here. It's just who is going to step up and develop into what we need them to be so that we can hopefully accomplish something after taking a step back, or, for a year or so. Anyway, to avoid that minus. Boy, it's not looking like it. But we'll leave it be. I'm not going to bother sorting out the AHL because there's a million bajillion injuries, but we still have a lot to set up. I don't think we'll be as bad as last year, but does that mean we'll be good? Probably not.